Please welcome to the stage your Master of Ceremonies, Blackham.
That means clap. Come on, I can't find no clap. Where is the stage? Okay. I think we're starting now. I wasn't told to, but it's after 7 and I want to start talking. I apologize. I sound sick. I've coughed. I've sneezed a little bit. You probably hear me. I assure you I feel fantastic. Just think of me as the politician that you actually think is honest. He's, not so much. Present company excluded, of course. My name's Blackham, as was mumbled into the mic. I'm your Master of Ceremonies. We're going to have some fun. Now let's have a round of applause. Pretend you just heard your best act. Okay, one more time, but pretend like we're not medicated white Anglo-Saxons. One more time, go! Yes! Much better. And even if it's an act you don't like, let's have that kind of enthusiasm. We have 10 acts tonight, I believe, 9 musical acts, and 1 dancing act. And they're all very talented people. And it just got me thinking, music, it just affects us in such a way. A song can change the course of a person's life like nothing else. Think of the first time Richard Simmons heard the song, It's Raining Men. Hallelujah, I'm wearing shorty shorts for tomorrow's workout. I'm going to do that. Changed his life. And sometimes music can alter entire cultures. Think of the Macarena, YMCA, Don't Tell My Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus. Whew. If you weren't around back then, just realize that it came in like a wrecking ball, that song. And I'm convinced that 1,000 years from now, they'll look back at our culture and they'll realize that, or they'll try to decide what was more offensive. Hannah Montana dancing naughty on national TV, or Billy Ray Cyrus wearing a mullet on national TV. History will bear it out. We don't know. And sometimes music can just send a thrill up your leg. Like, whoa, play it again, Sham. A little slower this time. Well, that kind of thing happened to me back when I was in college. I was actually a drummer for a band that was a pretty big deal, and that came with pros and cons. I did love how the groupies treated us. I just wasn't a huge fan of dressing up and marching for the football games. So you just have to balance in your life. But actually, Dr. Larson, let's give him a round of applause. He's one of our judges. And this is Kristen, while we're clapping, much more attractive than Dr. Larson. Not much more. Okay, much more. So Vance pulls out this chart when we're in pep band one day. It's called Bang the Drum All Day by Todd Rundgren. Now, as a drummer, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. If you've never heard the song, the first 2 lines of the chorus tell the story. I don't want to work. I want to bang on the drum all day. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on the drum all day. Gives me the vapors to talk about it. So you can imagine, as a drummer, I just was having the best day ever. I floated out of rehearsal, and I was rudely brought back into reality by an assignment that was given to me by my bishop. Took the cell phone call. Now, I know most of you are LDS, but in case you're not, the bishop is the local point of reference, the congregational leader. He's like the priest, or the rabbi, or the bartender, depending on the church you attend. So the bishop tells me, Brett, girls' dorms, Carol, tonight, 7, click. He was very orthodox. I don't even think he believes in the use of verbs. So I go to the girls' dorms, knock on the door. The door opens and 7 girls are on site. And they say, Muffin! That was my nickname back then. I used to think it meant stud muffin, and then later I learned the definition of muffin top. Sometimes college makes more sense in hindsight. So I ask them, where's Carol? And they say, oh, she's at a lab. She'll be a couple of hours. It might be better use of your time if you just come back later. And I agreed, but I hung out. I mentioned there were 7 girls on site, right? So there I was hanging out, and they say, hey, while you're here, you should totally write something on our whiteboard. And I go, what? And rather than explain it to the slow drummer, they just showed me this whiteboard where young men had written fancy sayings. Clever, but I'm sure most of them were plagiarized. Like the one said, Jeff says, a diplomat is someone who can tell you to go to hell in such a way that you look forward to the trip. I'm like, that's clever, but I've seen Jeff, I've met him. He can't make it through one lecture without his finger going in his nose. I'm sorry. And I think I'm going to pass on the whole whiteboard writing thing. Just never mind. And the girl says, oh, just write the first thing that comes to your mind. Like, okay, I can do that. And as I'm writing, Carol interrupts me. I'm like, perfect, hold the pen. So I pull Carol out in the hallway. I do my best bishop impression. You, tonight, 7 bishops. Excellent. So I come back at the room, and these girls are just laughing at me. What's funny, they point at the whiteboard, and I had written, so there I am, think about it. I am representing church, and I'd written on their whiteboard, Brett says, I don't want to work, I just want to bang. That's not what I meant. It's true, but it's not what I meant. And said, can I finish the phrase? And they said, sure. And so I got the pen, and I wrote it how it should have been written. Brett says, I don't want to work, I just want to bang, see you in church next Sunday. And I almost left it that way, and I thought, no, that's not right. So I went back and I signed the bottom, because I was taught to finish what you start. I'm sorry that wasn't funny. Let's pretend you heard the best musical performance of your lives again. Thank you. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the first act there called Melting Rain. Can we open the doorway? No? Yes, technology exists. All right, who's the boss of this thing?
I guess I am.
Okay, you have a mic. Please introduce the members of your group and the song you'll be performing, and take it away.
Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Thank you.
Melting Rain. Thank you, lads. That's pretty good. That's the single that's going to take Melting Rain into the stratosphere, where it'll probably freeze and fall back to Earth the way nature intended. Who's Bob Olson is next, right? All right, please give a round of applause for Bob Olson and bring him to the stage. This is Bob. One more time. We need the antidote to this medicine they're on. We need it now. All right. So, Bob, kindly introduce yourself and your piece, and then take it away.
Bob Olson, Spring City, Utah, and I'm glad to be here. And hope things will turn out fine.
So do we. I'm sure it's going to be great. Bob Olson, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Olson, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done, Bob. Fantastic. Thank you. Good job. All right, next up, Monica Baldwin. And I should mention, because I'm flighty, and I just thought of it, that tonight's champion is going to be chosen by the audience. 40% of the total score is going to be dictated by our illustrious judges, and the rest is going to be dictated by text message. You'll have 3 votes. You can load your votes onto one of the performers, or 1 vote for 3 different performers. So keep in mind who you like and why you like them. And then when I tell you and give you the number, you may start voting. So yeah, we're going to keep the judges and pretend like they matter, kind of like your high school diploma. But it is you guys that's going to pick the winner. So let's have a round of applause for yourselves. Wake them back up. Good. Thank you. Are we seeking Monica still? Oh, there she is, Monica. Again, let's clap. All right, we're having fun still. Would you be so kind as to introduce yourself, in case I mispronounced your name, and the piece you'll be performing?
I'm Monica Seeley Baldwin. I'll be playing The Holy City by Weatherly and Adams.
Fantastic. Monica Seeley, ladies and gentlemen. Monica Seeley Baldwin. Very good. The Holy City, having everything to do with being a spiritual place and nothing to do with the machine gun holes in the walls. So we're clear. All right, the next performer is also a piano piece, Kelsey Cook. Is that correct? I should hope so. All right, let's get the clappers out again. Kelsey Cook, bring her to the stage. Yes. All right, Kelsey, while they're messing around with your gear, would you like to introduce the piece you're going to perform, please?
I'm going to sing Sam Smith, Stay With Me, or I'm Not the Only One, and I'm going to play on the piano as well.
Fantastic. Vocal and piano performer. How would it be to be that talented? Does it feel good, Kelsey, to be that talented? Awesome. Deep breath. You're going to be wonderful. How long have you taken lessons? Or do you just teach it? You don't take it? Play by ear. That's crazy good. That is really, really good. I do the same thing with drums. Probably why, yeah. Can't do it on the piano. All right, it looks like we're set up. One more time, Kelsey Cook. Let's clap for her. Kelsey Cook, ladies and gentlemen. Take a bow, that was beautiful. Very good job. Are we having fun yet? It's Saturday night, we don't have to work. Unless you have church for like 25 hours. It's gonna be awesome. Everyone does their work on Sunday night, right, for Monday? So this handsome fellow's name is Nathan Beck. He's a guitar player and a vocalist, and it's amazing. Do you do lessons, or did you learn by ear as well? Sorry, you can't talk yet.
I took a couple of guitar classes in high school and college, mostly just by myself.
And you sing by ear?
Yeah, well, I was in choir for 4 years.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for it. Just a second. So talk about your guitar, Nathan. What's so special about this piece of equipment?
It was free, and her name is Shaniqua. She's half black. She's half black.
Of course. I don't know what to say to that. She's half white, too. That's kind of racist. All right, but we're used to that around here. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Beck, one more time. That means clap. Thank you. Nathan Beck. Let's hear it for him. I can't hear you clapping back here. Very good. Well done, sir. Now, before you, we have the Trent Hannah community, which I'm really excited to hear. This is the boss right here. Would you kindly, sir, introduce your piece and the members of your group?
Oh boy.
The Trent Hannah community. We love those instrumentals. It's like a vacation when you have those instrumentals. So fantastic. If you want to make a tweet about them, make sure you use the hashtag THC. They'll, the folks in Colorado and Washington State love the Trent Hannah community. Who's next? We've got a vocalist. These musicians are so snotty. We've got a singer, Monica Jacobson. Please come out here, Monica. Will you kindly introduce the piece and take your time? I've got to go get dressed. Do that? Thanks. Monica Jacobson. Big round of applause. That was beautiful, Monica. Thank you. Very good. I found my red tie, so I'm excited about that. Now we have a very tasty treat. And I'm sorry if you heard the sound check and had it revealed to you, because I love this song. And the group's called In Case of Stairs Use Fire. We've all remember that lesson from Sunday school. You are the group leader, I'm assuming? Okay, will you kindly, you can use this mic, explain the name of your band and introduce your members and the song, and that would be fantastic.
Okay,
All right, thanks.
sounds good.